Hello badminton fans and welcome to this, the Felet Woven TJ1000 2022 Badminton Racket review. Right, so you may have seen our previous review on this racket. It was done in 2020. Felet have assured us that this is a redesigned and modified version of that 2020 racket, and it certainly does feel like they have done some stuff to this racket. The Felet Woven range is used by international professional grade players, so please do not underestimate the quality of Felet rackets. They are very, very good. This racket will be sold by Badminton Racket Review UK across the world, and possibly we'll even stock our Delhi branch with some of these rackets. Price is £140, so very much a premium price, but honestly, there's everything about this. It just seems premium to me in every possible way. I think it's very much worth the £140, not a problem at all. In terms of design, well, the design hasn't changed much at all. Has these lovely features on the sides, and you can actually feel them. There's a change of texture there from smooth to slightly rough, so very nice. And I actually think it's executed better than it was in 2020. Take a look at these pictures and see what you think for yourself. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe, share, like this video. This review is just a short review. The full review is on our eZone platform. You can go onto our website, press eZone, there's a platform there, and it has the full review and all the other rackets that we've tested, because not all the rackets that we test come onto YouTube anymore, only some of them do. So do that, please. It is definitely worth it. And if you're worried about paying, it's free of charge. You can advertise a tournament on there, you can advertise your club. It's all for free to support the badminton community, so please do go and do that. Back to this racket. Let's talk about performance quickly. So how does this racket feel? Well, it has a medium size sweet spot. The racket felt medium in its weight. I wouldn't say it's super light, but honestly, it weighed in at 86.9. We're going to come to the specs in just a second, but it feels pretty good. It felt medium stiff, but it felt fast in the air. It does have really, really good airspeed. Any racket that has good airspeed makes all the difference to how it feels. Now the specs by Felet on this racket, 4UG1. They prefer the slightly larger grips, and it has a 280, 295, so barely going towards the head, the balance. 35 pounds across the woven range, maximum string tension. Now the eZone specs on this racket are 86.9 grams in weight, head heavy at, well, just slightly. A 307 is not massive, slightly towards the head. It doesn't feel particularly head heavy, and a flexible shaft. Now for those who are interested, let me tell you something. This racket in 2020 scored 86 out of 100. The 2022 version has scored 89 out of 100, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable racket to test. So what does this offer? Overhead shots were really comfortable to use, very easy, very stable racket. Very easy and very stable to use. I didn't find it a problem in any regard, like getting clears off. I didn't feel like I had to fully rotate. I could just, you know, have this sort of technique where I loosen my hand as I clear, and I just find I don't need to do much but just do that, and I get nice clear power off that. And I could do this with the racket. Some rackets you can't do that. In terms of its smash power, again, it scored a 252 km/h recorded smash, but when you start going into it with all power, you do get really nice power off the racket. I was really impressed with it. I thought it was really good in that area. But because it's light feeling and fast feeling, the defense was great. Really felt like you could get to all the defense, you felt like you could get to all the drive shots, and importantly, the control was fantastic. These Felet woven rackets are so stable that your control is absolutely superb. Really, really superb. So where does that leave us with this racket? Well, I think it has to be a thumbs up for singles players, has to be a thumbs up for doubles players. I know the traditionalists out there, oh no, you know, you can't use 4U racket to play singles. Yes, you can. And we will see that trend change internationally. And once the professionals are doing it, some already are, then all of that old school mentality, it has to be heavy, is going to change. I've been saying it for years. It's coming. We're seeing that trend right now happen internationally. It makes no sense to carry extra weight in any way, shape or form. So definitely a thumbs up. You definitely must try this racket. It fits into our top 5 category, in case you're wondering. Let me just have a look at this for a second. So our top 5 category, yes, the J-Nice Black Panther. How does it compare? Well, I would say it feels slightly head heavier than that, a touch slower than that, but ultimately I do think that if I was going full out with this racket and full out with the Panther, this will probably have the better smash. I think that the Panther probably still has the edge on that drivability, but this has the edge on control, so really up and down. Now we've got the Aero Carbon, which is another review. You can check that out yourself in the top 5. The Blitz is almost becoming unavailable. So while it's on our list for nabs, I think we've got a couple of rackets left. Mizuno have ended that racket and that will come off our top 5. The Y-Flash 100 for you is a great racket. It is, and so is the Young Nation. Brilliant rackets, but they're not quite as aggressive as this. This is actually an aggressive racket and you can really let off power. I think one of their professional players got over a 400 km/h smash using this racket. So it definitely has got the power potential there. Now, how does it compare to the Honor S9, which is a racket we recommend quite a bit? The first thing I'm going to say, anyone looking to buy an Honor S9 must have it re-strung. The Kawasaki strings do not do it justice. Aerobite boost work beautifully on that racket. Now, I do think that the Honor S9 still has the better power. It does still have the better repulsion, and it still is fast enough in drive and defensive situations. This possibly has the better control though. So if I was choosing it at county level or below, I would still say the Honor S9. If you're going above that and you want something really stable, then probably this is the better racket, because it is super stable as a racket. Now, I think it's very clear, it's a go get it racket. It's a nice one, you need to buy this one. I know 140 is not cheap, but people are paying 140 all day long for Victor Leaning and Yonex rackets. So let's not start on that road. And it's made beautifully with great quality, and they offer a really good service. Felet have really improved their business output and are starting to become a real player in the market. And we're very pleased to be here and supporting that. So if you want to see more rackets, go to the E-Zone. We're not going to put everything on YouTube. If you want the more in-depth view, go to the E-Zone. This was supposed to be a shorter review and a quicker one. Thank you for all the love, the support, the comments. Stephen, again, for the top 5, putting the top 5 here. He felt that would be helpful. Thank you for that feedback. Max, Russia, you've been particularly good at communication, and your tips have been very helpful. All the people who have donated to us, and anyone I'm forgetting, thank you very much for all the amazing comments, the feedback. We have to say that we are not going to be able to answer YouTube comments on asking for opinions between rackets. The E-Zone is there, it's free. Please use the E-Zone for those sort of questions. We won't be answering those. Anything that we feel is relevant, we should answer, we will try, but YouTube comments are not something we can get to easily anymore because of time restrictions. If you want to get in touch with us, WhatsApp us is quick. Live chat is 10 AM to 4 PM UK time. Okay, have a great day. I'll see you on the next video.